Hello, everyone. This is Beavis.
What the heck was that?
That was me copying. Corgi Starcraft.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that guy's YouTube channel.
Yeah.
He's the dude that's British, right? With the top hat.
No, you're thinking of Total Bagel.
Oh yeah, the guy that carries a sword everywhere he goes.
No, you're wrong again there, butthead. Yeah, the guy that carries a sword everywhere is Day 8.
Oh yeah, of the Day 8 daily. I watch that sometimes. Ironically, I don't watch it daily. I just watch it every day.
Yeah, Day 8's pretty cool.
Okay, so well, you've done your intro, so like, it's time to do mine. Greetings from Seoul, Korea.
I know who that is. That's that tasty guy.
No, I think his name's Artasteful.
Oh yeah, and he casts the GSS.
Yeah, in Seoul, Korea.
So, shouldn't we be like introducing the players or something?
Oh yeah, you start.
Down in the lower left, we have the Blue Terran, playing as the Blue Terran. He is Morrow. Do that cool thing with the camera.
Okay.
He is Morrow. That was pretty good.
Thanks. And in the upper right, in the red trunks, playing as the Red Zerg. He is Liquid Snoot, an up-and-comer on Twitch TV and in other places.
Yeah, I like Twitch TV. I use Twitch TV all the time. That's where I get all of my naked women.
There's no naked women on Twitch TV, dumbass.
Oh, what am I thinking of?
Probably your Booksmarks.
Yeah, my Booksmarks, huh?
Yeah. Your Booksmarks folder. In your Weber browser. Why did you name your porn Booksmarks Twitch TV?
I don't know. How do you know what I named my porn folder?
Well, your porn folder is the reason I don't need one, Beavis.
What?
Never mind, Beavis. If you don't get it now, you never will.
Oh, I get it. I just don't want you wanking on my computer, asshat.
So it looks like we've got some scouting action already going on here in the lower left with this overlord.
Yeah, it's that big balloon with legs.
Yeah, exactly. When Abathur was like, we need something to help us increase our supply, the Overmind was like, you better make balloons.
Yeah.
And you'd better assimilate some balloons.
So he did. Whoa, there's gunfire.
Yeah. It looks like Morrow doesn't really like these unbuildable plates.
Hey, by the way, I just noticed something. You don't have the production tab on.
Oh yeah. There we go.
Man, I bet you that would piss off some people.
Yeah. There's some pretty finicky Starcraft fans out there.
Yeah, you know what I say? Fuck them.
That's just rude, Beavis. You're never going to get the adoring fandom like that.
Why would I want a bunch of dudes being my fans anyway?
Yeah, we want chicks.
Yeah, so ladies, send me a message on YouTube or Twitch.
Yeah, ladies. This guy's porn folder is so large, he's got to have learned a few tricks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you, Twitch TV.
Overlord's going everywhere on the map, sitting around, being balloons, while some Hellions begin to move.
And it looks like Snoot's gonna get some roaches to put on some early pressure. He spotted his opponent expanding, so he wants to try and end the game now.
I don't think he's trying to end the game, Beavis. I think this is just a harassment tactic. He's going to try and make sure his third expansion stays safe.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes more sense.
Well, ending the game would be a good thing too, remember. It would be muy beneficial.
Oh, speaking Italian now.
See. So these roaches are streaming in, moving towards their opponent's base. The SCVs are forced to be pulled off the mineral line.
And a marauder comes in to save the day. That bunker is going to ward off these roaches. And the widow mine's also attacking, doing massive damage.
Yeah. These roaches have to back off and engage these Hellions further away. But it doesn't look like they're going to engage at all. They don't want to get kited. The Hellions are a lot faster than these roaches. And this marauder is trying to taunt them back into the fray.
Yeah. You said fray.
Yeah. I did.
I don't think it's a good idea to split up his roaches here, Butthead. I think he's afraid of those widow mines.
He probably is. Everyone's afraid of widow mines.
But holding his roaches behind the mineral line like this isn't really going to get much done. He's just going to lose all his roaches and not do any damage.
Yeah, he was really hoping to kill some SCVs in this attack, but it's just actually not going to happen.
Yeah. As we can see there, those roaches didn't do very much damage at all. Those are pretty useless roaches. And they don't even look like real roaches.
Yeah, it would be actually terrifying if these looked like actual roaches.
Well, no, I think it'd be less terrifying if they looked like actual roaches, because you could step on them.
No, I mean if, like, actual roaches look like these.
Oh, yeah. Your bedroom would be a terrible place.
Yeah. I haven't cleaned that place in, like, 4 years.
Yeah. It's like a hive in there all itself. A spore crawler going down. He suspects airplay.
Well, of course he does, Beavis. Terran are known for their medevacs these days. The afterburner makes them much stronger than they were in Wings of Liberty.
Wow, how much Starcraft do you watch?
More than you. And less than you at the same time. It's a riddle.
I actually don't get it. So I guess it must be a riddle.
Yeah. Much like the female orgasm.
Yeah, I've never been able to figure that one out. I mean, send me messages, ladies.
You've never been close enough to even try, Beavis. Unlike these Hellions, which are close enough to burn these roaches, except for the fact that Hellions don't do any damage to roaches whatsoever.
Yeah. Hellions suck.
Yeah, those Hellions were on the move.
Yeah, they were trying to go for the Zerg base and go do some harassment, but these roaches keep putting on pressure. And look at this cloud of overlords approaching. It's actually forced Morrow to pull back his medevacs that were filled with troops.
Yeah, I think Morrow thinks that Snoot is going for a Baneling drop, so he's attacking all of these overlords instead of the roaches who are getting in the front door.
Yeah, so now we see these roaches actually doing some major damage for a change. I guess Snoot doesn't suck as much as I thought he did.
He can't suck as much as you, Beavis.
Yeah, I mean, wait. Fuck you, butthead.
Fuck me indeed, Beavis. Fuck me like these marauders are fucking these roaches.
I don't ever want to hear you say anything like that again. You're disappointing me, butthead.
Shut up, Beavis. I don't care what you think. So this attack seems to have failed. I think he wanted to do more damage with this than he actually did.
I'm a little mad at you now, butthead.
Again, Beavis, I don't care.
Well, we've got a Hydralisk den going down. But I think Snoot is behind on his upgrades. If we look at the roaches, they're at 0-0. And the Terran player, if we look at his Marines, or his Marauders, he's already at 1-1. That might explain why he won that battle.
That certainly helps. Upgrades are crucial in StarCraft 2. And in StarCraft. And in computers.
Yeah, you gotta make sure your Android Windows OS X is up to date all the time.
I don't even think that's a thing, Beavis.
Yeah, it is. I have it on my computer.
We already discussed enough what you have on your computer, Beavis. These roaches are going to tear apart this Marine Marauder force, Beavis.
Yeah, by tear apart you mean run away from in fear.
Yes.
The roaches are spewing their green love juice all over the enemy.
That's gross.
Yeah.
And again, these overlords are out here for no reason whatsoever. It's actually sort of silly.
The medevacs use their afterburners to catch up to the roaches and drop more enemies on them.
And the roaches cannot survive.
And it looks like Liquid Snoot's gonna have to do something a little bit different than just pure roach play at this point if he hopes to win.
It looks like he's mixing in some Hydralisks and getting his upgrades finished. But by the time his 2-2 upgrades have started, Morrow's 2-2 upgrades will already be halfway done. More than half.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Oh, look at those medevacs. Look at them cheat. You just select the medevac, press B, and then right-click somewhere safe, and then one stays behind and gets killed. That's cheating.
Well, Hydras are pretty good too, remember. Hydras add lots of damage to a Zerg army.
But there's only 4, so he's not going to be able to do too much.
Yeah.
Zelnaga. Zelnaga. Tower. Zelnaga Tower.
It's being watched by a widow mine. Map control, Beavis. It's all about the map control.
I don't think Liquid Snoot cares about the map control. He's just trying to get off the back foot here. He's getting his 4th expansion up, while the Terran has had his 3rd for quite some time. 3 base Terran versus 3 base Zerg. I'll give you one guess who wins that one.
The viewers, Beavis. The viewers win them all.
It's probably true. Just like I win every time I watch Twitch TV.
Now, do you mean actual Twitch TV, or do you mean you win every time you watch porn?
Well, both. I never lose any of those.
Yes, Beavis, you are the one-handed warrior. So we have an attack coming in. But this Roach Hydra army is becoming a little bit too much for our opponent. Or for Morrow, for his opponent. Whatever. I'm a horrible Starcraft caster.
Yeah, you are.
You're a pretty good caster, though, Beavis. I have to give you credit.
Thanks. Well, thank you. If you think my Starcraft casting is good, you should see me cast porn.
And any respect I once had for you is gone.
Well, I knew it was going to be short-lived.
The siege tank, raining shells upon the enemy. Liquid Snoot breaks up his army to take down the tank, while the rest of his army destroys the Tier 1 army of Morrow.
Yeah, those Hydras doing tons of damage. They have inferior upgrades, but they're a Tier 2 army at this point, whereas Morrow still only has Tier 1 units.
Yeah, what Morrow wants to be doing here is he'd like to be able to get some drops in on the enemy base. Instead, he's taking his Marines, Medevacs, and Marauders and attacking the front door. It's not a good idea.
Yeah, you bet it's not. This Overlord, this balloon, look at him go. He's moving fast now. I didn't know they could move that fast.
Yeah. They get something called the Numanu.
What?
The Numanu Carapace. Cool. It starts with a P.
I got something that starts with a P.
What?
Yeah. Come on, army. Get in there and do your thing. Looks like Morrow has thrown away his advantage. Morrow's got a single siege tank, but he didn't harass the Zerg.
Yeah, and now he's got the Zerg swarm barreling down upon him. Snoot may be losing a lot of these units, but he's got SCVs pulled off the line, because Morrow does not have the army to deal with this.
Yeah, he's just not man enough to handle all the Zerg green love juice. Is anyone else man enough to handle my love juice? I mean, wait, not men.
Yeah, I think your subconscious is speaking for you, Beavis.
No. And here come the deadly overlords, once again, doing the most damage of all.
Why are these here? I actually can't figure that out.
I don't think it matters, Butthead. It looks like Liquid Snoot is going to destroy all of Morrow's base, but in the meantime, Morrow has moved his army over to Snoot's base and has taken out 2 of his bases. He took out the main, and he took out the main expansion.
Yeah. So we're in what we call a base trade scenario here, Beavis.
Yeah, but Morrow's got a very limited army, and he's running out of medevac energy, so this army's not going to be able to sustain itself for long. And it looks like Morrow's losing production facilities and can't actually create an army that can get out of his base.
Yeah, whereas Snoot's got a bunch of Hydras not doing anything. He's going to move these Hydras in with his Queens to try and take down this attack force. If he can destroy those Medivacs, it can be a very good deal for him.
Here come the drones off the line. The Hydras and the Queens, with nobody to tank for them, are going after the Tier 1 Bio Army. Stim has gone down. There's just a single Medivac left. There are no heals. It's got no energy.
Yeah, and it looks like, honestly, it looks here like Liquid Snoot has this one, Beavis.
Yeah. There's just a very small army left for Morrow. His base is in tatters, but he's still got an expansion up here.
Yeah, and it's well protected with a bunker, and it's got a planetary fortress. But the barracks are just now going down, and Liquid Snoot already has a sizable standing army that he can use to destroy Morrow.
Yeah. The Hydralisks are on their way. They're moving towards the expansion now.
This little army has no hope of actually doing any damage, Beavis. That's too many infestors.
Yeah. He really should just be GGing at this point.
Yeah. Do you ever GG, Beavis?
No. I'm pretty BM. GGing's for noobs. And there it is! There's the GG!
Yeah. So this was a pretty good game.
Yeah. It was a good game, alright. That's why I said GG.
Are you really BM, Beavis?
I don't know. I don't even know what that means. I just heard it on Team Water forums.
I believe you mean Team Gaseous.
Yeah.
Well, that will do it for today, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Beavis, do you have any closing words?
Yeah. 48 of 24 workers is great.